Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever the case may be. Welcome to yet another high quality production of Dr. C's Corner. I'm your favorite associate dean on the planet. I'm Dr. Jeff Zarnick, associate dean, Department of Justice in the Social Sciences here at Southern New Hampshire University Global. And as always, on behalf of your phenomenal faculty and your great advising staff, everyone here who has your back, thank you and welcome. We are here for you, and don't forget it. I talk about a lot of serious stuff here sometimes. I got to read this, and I got to do that. And okay, but where's the fun? Where's the humor? And how important is humor? I remember when I was young, I was called class clown a few times. Yes, I was called on the carpet. And when I look back at that in retrospect, I say, there were just some times I was so bored in class, and what was being said to me just seemed to be kind of absurd. Like, really? And when I realized how comedians can make people laugh is because they point out the absurdities of life and how we take things so seriously all the time. But I also thought mistakenly that having a sense of humor or applying a sense of humor, deploying a sense of humor, okay, may not be indicative of the greatest level of intelligence, and that, according to research, is maybe wrong. So let me read you some stuff here that I found, okay? Let me move this down here. Take a technological advantage here. All right. Some studies, excuse me, have found correlations between measures of sense of humor and such social relationship variables as marital satisfaction, perceived social support, and quality of social interactions. Now, think about how important that is to our profession as problem solvers, as advocates, as community activists, as public safety officials, all these things. We deal with problems, deal with people and problems all the time, right? So, and social interactions. However, it says, with the exception of a recent study by Kuiper, Kuiper, and colleagues in 2004, researchers have not examined associations between humor and their interpersonal abilities or competencies that presumably contributed to relationship quality. This view of sense of humor as a facet of social competence suggests that humor may also be related to the sorts of emotion related abilities comprising the construct of emotional intelligence, which is extremely important for people who are in positions, okay, as problem solvers. That's who we are. Recent studies have begun to show the links between emotional intelligence and the quality of people's social interactions. Many of the socially relevant uses of humor mentioned above have to do with emotional awareness and emotional regulation, which are seen as components of emotional intelligence. As a method of coping with stress and maintaining a cheerful perspective in the face of adversity, right? Now think about that. Does that not fit in with what we do and what we study and what we get paid to do, et cetera? What we're called to do? Why you're in these courses? You're learning from some phenomenal professional problem solvers. So here's some more stuff for you. The great genius, Albert Einstein, he attributed his brilliant mind to having a childlike sense of humor. Indeed, a number of studies have found an association between humor and intelligence. How does that make you feel? Excuse me. Researchers in Austria recently discovered that funny people, particularly those who enjoy dark humor, have higher IQs than their less funny peers. They argue that it takes both cognitive and emotional ability to process and produce humor. Their analysis shows that funny people have higher verbal and nonverbal intelligence, and they score lower in mood disturbance and aggressiveness. Not only are funny people smart, they're nice to be around. Evidence suggests that having a good sense of humor is linked to high emotional intelligence and a highly desirable quality in a partner. Evolutionary psychologists describe humor as a heritable trait that signals mental fitness and intellectual agility to prospective mates. In studies of attractiveness, excuse me, both men and women rate funny people as more attractive and cite having a good sense of humor as being one of the most important traits in a long term partner. Lastly, in psychology, we use the term positive, and I'm reading from this article, but anyway, in psychology, they use the term positive humor style to refer to people whose humor to enhance relationships and reduce conflict. What do you think about that? Again, does this not relate to who we are, what we do, why we study criminal justice, etc., why we want to help people? So I hope you have a humorous day. I hope you have a good time. I hope you have fun. And if you need anything, j.czarnec, j.zarnick at snhu.edu. Feel free to reach out to me anytime. We are here to help you. We have your back. Maybe you want to get a hold of me. We'll have a laugh. I don't know. And once again, on behalf of your great faculty and your phenomenal advising staff, I'm Dr. C, ringing out here on August 26th, 2020, 21. If you kind of like these, hit subscribe, stay in touch. Have a great week.